All right. So we are back on the Rangers tailgate. And I think I've got that thing set up. I got a new tripod and it's uh, a little bit different. It's got a smaller base on it, so it's easier to put places, but it's not easier to put places, if you know what I mean. I think I've got what we need, except for that can of PB Blaster over there. I will be right back. Since I have walked away from the camera, I'm going to keep talking for a second and see if this microphone is half as good as they say it is. I guess we'll find out when we watch the video. This isn't going to be a super long one, but I didn't want to leave you guys hanging on a, hey, I'm going to fix this and then not fix it, because, you know, that doesn't make for very good views. And well, it's just not very honest. All right, that one I've already sprayed. Okay, now I don't remember how these things go in here. They go in like, so that's got to face that way. I just took one of the old, I think I told you guys I had some of the old tailgate rods for an old Ram. Got a little bit of a funky bend here, but it should serve the purpose. It should serve the porpoise. So we're going to hook that in there. We are going to feed this through here. And then, so I found these cage nuts. I guess I'll just wipe it on my shirt. They're still not, I don't know if I'm in frame or not. I don't have the camera looking at me. They're still not quite exactly what I wanted. I mean, fundamentally, they're the same thing. And once we tighten them up, they'll work fine. But they're just not, yeah, see, there's like a little sheet metal cage, and then just a little square nut that goes in there. Still not quite exactly what we needed, but I think it'll serve our purpose. Okay, now one of these, it's that one, because that's the one that the tailgate goes on. One of these bolts is just a little bit different. So we're going to go on ahead and slide that guy up in there. And we're going to try to do this really gently, because the thread's the right size, but they don't quite want to stay in the hole. So I just want to make sure we get threads before we really start ripping on it. Okay, that one seems to have started. That one seems to have started. So let's see if we can and I don't know how much we're going to have to move this around to get the tailgate dialed in. Those aren't tight, but they're good enough for right now. And then this guy, so it's going to go like so, and then like so. I think, yeah, those come in from the front, I think. Yeah, we'll find out. I'm pretty sure they do. Oh, right. Okay. So we were actually able to use one of the old ones over here which there's really nothing wrong with, because it's better than the ones that we're replacing with. So, but once everything gets tightened up, it'll be fine. Okay. So there's that. And then we're going to grab, I'm out here doing this in the dark, so my lighting is less than fantastic, and I didn't bring a flashlight out with me, so I'm just kind of winging it here. Come on, catch a thread. Catch a thread. Okay. So there's that. So we're going to go ahead and run this side down and see what we end up with. Let's try to... There's none of the old original stuff. Well, there's none of the old original stuff to help center it. So we'll just run her in, see what we got. We got to put the tailgate handle back on, which is, okay, 1/4 inch adapter. Okay, so that leaves me a couple extra on those little cage nuts. Like I said, they weren't ideal for this application. The right thread pitch and everything. I can't complain about the quality of them. They're pretty okay, fine, but they're just not quite what was originally used, which I didn't figure that they would be. But here's to hoping, right? All right, so let's get this guy set up here. Wow, that really doesn't want to retain that bit. Okay, so here are our 3. We're just going to give this just a little bit of juice in the moving parts. Trying to use up this can. It's about on its last leg. It's it doesn't have a lot of aerosol left in it. I hit it with the air compressor earlier because I heard or saw or read or something that you could actually kind of repressurize an old dead aerosol can. And I did hear it gurgle down in the can just a little bit. So, I mean, it did something. It sprayed better for, 3 seconds. So you figure do that until she's dead, and then at least that way you get it all out of the can. I hate throwing stuff like that away. Either that or you jab a hole in the bottom of it and try to get it out. Okay, do I want to... I think I'm going to go ahead and... I don't want to run those down super tight. I'm going to put that thing back in second so it doesn't just rip them off. Okay. Yeah, that little adapter is not wanting to hold on to this socket. Not a very good ball there. Okay, now let's see if I can figure out what I'm doing here in the absolute dark, which I don't think I'm going to be able to, because I think I was supposed to do that before I tighten those up. Let me go grab a flashlight. I will be right back. All right, we got the flashlight. Let's see what we've got here. Can I do it without? Oh, absolutely not. No, that's got to be loose in order for me to do that. So we'll pop those back off again. Yeah, I think you have to, now that I think about it, I think you've got to kind of slide them in and then kind of try to put it in as a unit. Try to do this without shutting the tailgate. I'm going to do it this way so I don't blind you guys. Okay, so come on, get out of there. All right, so this is going to go in here, and then that's going to clip up around there, and then this one is going to come in here, hypothetically. And I may need to order new little clips. I noticed that when I got I think I paid $2.99 for a bag of 10. But I noticed when I got them, they don't fit very well. Shock and amazement. I probably could have gone to the help section at the local auto parts store, paid $5, just had gotten what I needed and been done with it. But no, that would be way too simple. So, one more time, let's put these on here. I'm going to for no reason in particular, give those threads just a touch of PB Blaster. Who knows? Maybe it'll help with future disassembly. And like I said, I'm trying to burn up that can. So, speaking of burning up cans, had an interesting occurrence the other day. I was burning some cardboard and stuff out of my shop, and somehow a half-used can of Fix-A-Flat, and I have no idea how this ended up in there, got thrown on my burn pile. That was exciting. Okay, so theoretically, we should have a tailgate that mostly closes, latches, and then with any luck here, actually opens. Hey, look at that. And they said eating glue was bad for you. What do they know? All right, well, we got the tailgate fixed. I did what I said I was going to do. Definitely not the last thing I'm going to be doing to this truck. But it is definitely a cheap thing, a convenient thing. Nobody likes a tailgate that doesn't work. That's a pain in the butt. So I'm going to sign off for this one. I was going to say we could probably go in the hobby room for a little bit and chat about the trip to Brennan. But I've got a bunch of junk on the workbench right now. After having watched that video, I was a little bit disappointed with the video quality. And it didn't have a thing to do with my wife's filming. That was absolutely spot on. But just the video quality, it's a cell phone. It was just really, really grainy. So I hope to get upgraded to a GoPro at some point. But we'll see where this goes. Video quality should increase at that point. I'm really hoping that with this, that this has increased the sound or improved the sound quality. And we can, I can be under a vehicle or under the hood of a vehicle or with a vehicle running. I don't know how much this cancels out. But I would imagine, gurgle. But I would imagine that with the mic right here on me, at least standing next to a vehicle that's running, maybe not under the hood, but it would cancel out some of the noise and you could hear me and I'm not having to yell at the camera. So after I watch this video, that will be telling as to how this worked, if it worked, and we're gonna go from there. Again, if you like the content, like, subscribe, share, follow, jump up and down, spin in circles, do the hokey pokey, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post, and hopefully my head's not chopped off on the camera right now. Have a good night, guys.